Part 1: The Discovery. The city was buzzing with its usual rhythm, a symphony of honking cars and chattering crowds. Among the throngs of people, Emma felt strangely disconnected. Her days at the publishing house were monotonous, each one blending into the next. It wasn't that she disliked her job, but the predictability of her life had begun to weigh on her. One evening, as she was walking home from work, she decided to take a different route. She wandered through narrow alleys and unfamiliar streets until she stumbled upon a quaint little cafe tucked away from the main roads. It had a charming, old-world feel to it, with dim lighting and soft jazz playing in the background. Curious, Emma stepped inside and ordered a coffee. As she sipped her drink, she noticed a small, ornate flyer on the table. It read, "The Society of Shadows, for those who seek to explore the unknown." Intrigued, she pocketed the flyer and finished her coffee, the words lingering in her mind. That night, Emma couldn't stop thinking about the mysterious society. The flyer had an address and a date for their next meeting. On a whim, she decided to attend, yearning for something to break the monotony of her life. Part 2: The Invitation. The following Friday, Emma found herself standing in front of an old, grand building. It looked like it had once been a mansion, now converted into something else entirely. She hesitated for a moment, doubting her decision, but then gathered her courage and stepped inside. The interior was dimly lit, with an air of mystery hanging in the air. A man in a tailored suit greeted her at the entrance. "Welcome to the Society of Shadows," he said with a warm smile. "May I have your name?" "Emma," she replied, trying to mask her nervousness. Emma. "We've been expecting you. Please, follow me." He led her through a series of hallways and into a large room filled with people. They were dressed elegantly, engaged in animated conversations. At the center of the room stood a woman with an aura of authority. She introduced herself as Isabella, the leader of the society. "Welcome, Emma," she said. "Here, we explore the unknown, push boundaries, and discover our true selves. Tonight, we have a special event planned." Emma listened intently as Isabella explained the night's activities. It was a blend of intellectual discussions, artistic expressions, and bold experiences. Emma felt a thrill of excitement. This was exactly what she had been looking for. Part 3: The Initiation. The evening began with a series of discussions on philosophy and human nature. Emma found herself engrossed in the conversations, feeling more alive than she had in months. After the discussions, the group moved to a different room where various forms of art were displayed. Paintings, sculptures, and performances filled the space, each one more provocative than the last. Emma wandered through the room, captivated by the creativity on display. She was drawn to a particular painting, a dark and evocative piece that seemed to speak to her on a deep level. As she stood there, lost in thought, a man approached her. "Beautiful, isn't it?" he said. "Yes," Emma replied. "It's haunting." "I'm Alex," he introduced himself. "First time here?" Emma nodded. "It's all very different." "Different is good," Alex said with a smile. "The Society of Shadows is all about embracing the unknown. Would you like to explore more?" Emma agreed, and Alex led her to a part of the mansion she hadn't seen before. They entered a room filled with plush sofas and dim lighting. People were engaged in deep, intimate conversations. Emma felt a sense of anticipation. "Here, we push boundaries," Alex said softly. "It's about discovering who we really are." Part 4: The Transformation. Emma spent the next few hours immersed in the experiences of the Society of Shadows. She participated in a sensory exploration activity, where blindfolded participants were guided through a series of tactile and auditory stimuli. It was both exhilarating and disorienting, pushing her to rely on her senses in ways she never had before. Later, she joined a group in a room where people shared their deepest desires and fears. It was a space of vulnerability and honesty, and Emma felt a profound connection to the others. She shared her own fears of monotony and her desire for excitement and meaning. The group listened with empathy, offering support and encouragement. As the night drew to a close, Isabella gathered everyone in the main room. "Tonight, we have all taken a step towards understanding ourselves better," she said. "The Society of Shadows is a place for growth and transformation. Emma, you have shown great courage tonight." Emma felt a surge of pride and gratitude. She realized that the society was more than just a place for bold experiences. It was a community of like-minded individuals seeking to explore the depths of their existence. Part 5: The Journey Continues. In the weeks that followed, Emma became a regular at the Society of Shadows. Each meeting brought new experiences and insights. She discovered a passion for painting, inspired by the art she had seen. She began creating her own works, channeling her emotions and experiences onto the canvas. Her social life also flourished. She formed deep connections with members of the society, including Alex. They often spent hours discussing philosophy, art, and their personal journeys. Emma felt a sense of belonging she had never experienced before. The society also encouraged her to take risks and step out of her comfort zone. She participated in a daring performance art piece, baring her soul to an audience. The experience was both terrifying and liberating, and it left her feeling empowered. Through the Society of Shadows, Emma found herself transformed. She was no longer the bored, disconnected woman she had once been. She was vibrant, passionate, and full of life. The society had awakened a part of her that she never knew existed. Part 6: The Revelation. One evening, as Emma was preparing for another society meeting, she received a letter. It was an invitation to a special event, one that only a select few members were invited to. The letter promised an experience that would push her boundaries even further. Excited and a little apprehensive, Emma arrived at the mansion that night. She was greeted by Isabella, who led her to a secluded part of the building. The room they entered was small and intimate, with only a handful of people present. "Tonight, we will embark on a journey of self-discovery," Isabella said. "Each of you will face a challenge designed to reveal your true self." Emma's heart raced as she listened. She had come so far in her journey, and she was eager to see what this challenge would entail. One by one, the participants faced their challenges. Some were physical, others psychological. When it was Emma's turn, Isabella handed her a blindfold and a set of headphones. "Trust your instincts," she said. Blindfolded and unable to hear, Emma was guided through a series of tasks. She felt a mix of fear and exhilaration as she navigated the unknown. Each task pushed her to rely on her inner strength and intuition. When the blindfold and headphones were finally removed, she felt a profound sense of accomplishment. Isabella smiled at her. "You have shown great courage and resilience," she said. "You are truly a member of the Society of Shadows." Part 7: The Legacy. Emma's life continued to blossom as she embraced the principles of the Society of Shadows. She pursued her art with passion, gaining recognition for her evocative paintings. She also became a mentor to new members of the society, sharing her journey and encouraging others to explore their own paths. The society had become more than just a refuge for Emma, it was a source of inspiration and strength. She found herself more confident and self-assured, ready to face whatever challenges life threw her way. As she reflected on her journey, Emma realized that the Society of Shadows had given her the gift of self-discovery. She had learned to embrace the unknown, push her boundaries, and live her life to the fullest. The society had shown her that true growth comes from stepping into the shadows and emerging stronger on the other side. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit ready for new adventures, Emma knew that her journey was far from over. The Society of Shadows had opened her eyes to the endless possibilities that life had to offer, and she was ready to embrace them all. Epilogue: The New Dawn. Emma stood in front of her latest painting, a piece that captured her journey with the Society of Shadows. It was a vivid, bold work, filled with the colors and emotions she had experienced. As she looked at it, she felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. The society had given her more than just excitement, it had given her a new perspective on life. She had learned to embrace her fears, push her limits, and discover her true self. And in doing so, she had found a community of like-minded individuals who supported and inspired her. As she prepared for the next society meeting, Emma felt a sense of anticipation. She knew that there were still many experiences to be had, many lessons to be learned. The Society of Shadows had shown her that life was a journey of discovery, and she was eager to continue exploring. With a smile, she picked up her bag and headed out the door, ready for whatever adventures awaited her in the shadows.